Swiped Review. Lily James shines in a darkly clever comedy exposing the male-dominated tech industry. Here's a bold truth. The tech world isn't just about innovation and disruption. It's also a battleground of gender politics, power struggles, and unspoken biases. And this is the part most people miss when they hear about Swiped, a film that cleverly peels back the glossy surface of Silicon Valley's dating app boom to reveal a much darker reality. Co-written and directed by Rachel Lee Goldenberg, Swiped might just be the most misunderstood movie of the year. It's a rom-com, yes, but one that flips the usual empowered woman narrative on its head, delivering a story that's as subversive as it is entertaining. Goldenberg is no stranger to this kind of sharp satire. She previously directed A Deadly Adoption, a parody of Lifetime movies so deadpan that it actually aired on the Lifetime channel without viewers realizing it was a spoof. Swiped shares some of that dry humor, but is less overtly ironic. Instead, it hijacks the familiar feel-good tropes of women breaking barriers and turns them into something unexpectedly somber and, despite now feeling like a period piece, very much reflective of today's tech culture. The film's secret weapon is British actress Lily James, who masterfully adopts an American vocal fry to portray Whitney Wolfe Herd, the real-life founder of Bumble, a dating app designed to empower women. This casting choice is more than just a performance. It's a Trojan horse that allows Goldenberg to explore the male-dominated tech scene from a fresh perspective. Swiped stands in stark contrast to the wave of tech bro biopics that started with The Social Network in 2010. Wolfe Herd's journey is different. But the film can't be called an official biopic because key parts of her story remain locked behind strict non-disclosure agreements, something that becomes chillingly clear as the plot unfolds. The story kicks off with Wolfe crashing a startup convention, pitching a website aimed at connecting orphanages with volunteers. Right away, she's confronted with the harsh reality that women are rare in these spaces and often mistaken for hostesses or worse, party girls. While waiting for the valet, she strikes up a conversation with Sean Rad, played by Ben Schnetzer, the founder of a company called Cardify. Rad is skeptical of her idealistic goals. "Is this really what you want to dedicate your life to?" he asks. Wolfe's reply, "I just don't want to sell people things they don't need," sets the tone for her principled but complicated journey. Rad eventually takes a chance on Wolfe, bringing her into the fold at Hatch Labs, where Cardify is the flagship product. However, the team is uncertain about Cardify's future and is juggling multiple projects, including a dating site meant to compete with Match.com and eHarmony. Wolfe quickly finds her niche, conducting field research and realizing that an app, rather than a traditional website, is the key to attracting millennials instead of the sad divorcee stereotype. She even names the new app Tinder, a fact that becomes a point of contention as the tech world tries to claim credit for her contributions, giving the title a layered significance. Hatch Labs is portrayed as a playground for young adults, complete with slides and ping-pong tables, a party atmosphere that Goldenberg presents without sugarcoating. Wolfe, caught up in the excitement, overlooks the warning signs and embarks on a college tour to recruit users, which leads to Tinder's crucial launch. A montage shows young women up all night to get lucky, suggesting a narrative of liberation and freedom. But the celebration is short-lived. Negative press, including a notorious Vice article about unsolicited explicit photos, threatens to tarnish Tinder's reputation. You might expect Wolfe to become a fierce advocate for her female colleagues, but here's where the film takes a smart, unexpected turn. When her female coworkers urge her to speak out, she hesitates. "What's with the hesitation?" they ask. Her response, "I'm the only woman in there," speaks volumes. Rad advises caution, saying, "We need to be practical, not emotional," underscoring the gender dynamics at play. To complicate matters, Wolfe becomes romantically involved with Justin Mateen, Rad's second-in-command, played by Jackson White. Her attempts to assert herself alienate both men, and the fallout with Mateen is particularly unsettling. The film uses these moments to highlight how men wield digital platforms to intimidate and threaten women, whether through texts or social media. Wolfe's forced exit from Tinder isn't the end of her story. It's a new beginning, albeit one with its own challenges. She's recruited by Badoo to launch Bumble, a dating app where women go first. But history threatens to repeat itself when Badoo's CEO, portrayed by Dan Stevens, becomes embroiled in the Me Too movement. This time, however, Wolfe is determined not to let the company's downfall drag her down. What makes Swiped truly remarkable is its light touch. Lily James delivers a nuanced performance that balances the film's comedic elements with its more serious themes. While it might borrow some stylistic elements from chick flicks, Swiped offers a deeper, more insightful look at workplace inequality than many recent films, including 2019's Bombshell. One standout scene perfectly captures this. When Tinder hits 1 million users, an impromptu office party triggers the sprinklers. Rad orders his assistant to organize a citywide celebration, but she first has to call the fire department and insurance company. That moment says everything about the reckless, party-fueled culture that often masks deeper issues. Swiped distributor Hulu. Release date September 19, 2025. Streaming. Director Rachel Lee Goldenberg. Screenwriters Bill Parker, Rachel Lee Goldenberg, Kim Caramelli. Cast Lily James, Jackson White, Myha'la, Ben Schnetzer, Dan Stevens. Running time 1 hour 50 minutes. So, what do you think? Is Swiped a refreshing take on the tech industry's gender dynamics? Or does it oversimplify a complex issue? Could Wolfe's story have been told more openly if not for those NDAs? And how much responsibility do tech companies really have in shaping the culture around their products? Share your thoughts below. This conversation is just getting started.